really good game.
Like I said to Martinelli.
Hello, Antonio. Nice to see you again.
Hello, good afternoon.
It's gone through Laporte. Rodri!
Dieser Lewandowski-Auftritt sorgt für Wirbel.
Looks like you lost another one.
Welcome to the I've got a couple of guests with me. Doing rap show for Premier League fixtures. Yes, gentlemen. Can you please introduce yourselves?
Okay, I'll go first. My name is Sims. I'm just hoping for us to have a good show, just covering the different matches from the different leagues that took place this weekend. So yeah, looking forward to first appearance, I guess. But first appearance without a video, we need to get a feel of this thing. So yeah, Simpiwe, nickname Sims. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. The next one there is Heidi.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Celso, and I'm Sim's cousin. Eastern. I'm from Eastern. Sure.
Yeah.
Where?
No. Anyways, guys. We're just gonna be looking at during the weekend and obviously the Manchester United game versus West Ham.
The Man City match.
Nah, the Man United versus West Ham.
Oh, the Man United match. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So what would you guys? Do you think there was an improvement in terms of the style of play, and formations, selection?
Well, I'll go first because I know both me and Celso are Man United fans. I don't know about you, Leso, but when it comes to Man United, the weekend game, there was quite an improvement actually to say, because it seems that now the players are following what the coach is trying to put out. They're following the tactics. We can still see a bit of what is short, but there's a bit of improvement with how they are defending, for example, even though the middle field are still lacking in terms of producing for the strikers up front. But there was a bit of improvement looking at how they were defending. Even Maguire was playing quite good, who is usually the bad player in the game, bad player and captain. So there was quite an improvement. Maybe most players for Man United, if they are not playing proper football, maybe they should be in the bench. Maybe that will boost them to play better. Because also the cameo by Martial, who most Man United fans have been wanting to see, and he came on and he actually did something that some of the players couldn't do. Some players that we always complain about, who always get a starting lineup, or people like Rashford, he might have scored, but looking at how he plays, I feel like at times he undermines how the team wants to play. Players like Rashford, Greenwood are players that we've been excited to see play, but now when they play, they are very selfish with how they play. As wingers, you expect them to be people who, as much as they want to go on and score, but for them to actually cross the ball, for people like Cristiano. I mean, most people are gonna say people just want the ball to go to him, but he is one of the greatest header of the ball. So if you don't cross the ball to him, how do you expect to score more goals? If the ball doesn't get to him, as a striker, it means you're misusing him. So there was a bit of improvement. I'm just hoping that as the coach continues to drill them with how he wants them to play, they will listen to him more. Because from what I've heard of the coach, I won't act like I know him, but from what I've heard and seen, he's quite a good coach who wants his players to listen to him, and then from there he can then take it forward. So if they just listen to him and they stop thinking that they are bigger than what they are, then I think there will be more improvement for Man United and the players overall. Yeah.
Nah, man, that's you said a mouthful there. You pretty much summed up and the way you want to sort of play.
Yeah.
But then the style of play still trying to try and help the player.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take time, obviously. But yeah, man. Great analysis in terms of. I wanna hear Celso. What the other Celso think?
I mean, seems covered almost everything that I want to say. But for me, I won't see any improvement as long as they don't supply CR7. Because man, we have one of the best in the world. Even one of the greatest. But Rashford, they're not supplying. And if you can check every game, every time Bruno tries to provide to CR7. Sancho tries to supply to CR7. Rashford or Greenwood, maybe. Yeah, it's like what he said. They are selfish because every time those guys they don't supply to CR7.
Yeah.
I feel
You guys
good
because I'm hearing echo on my side.
Yeah, sometimes there's an echo, but yeah.
Okay. Let me leave and then I'll just try to go in by Google.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I was saying. In terms of, I think we've improved a little bit. We just, we just a few players away. I mean, from actually, being a real threat.
No, true that, yeah.
But then, otherwise, if we didn't get the 3 points, man, we were out of it. No one would lie. We were just out.
Yeah.
Nah, but otherwise, man, Southampton, Manchester City.
You said Manchester City versus
Southampton.
Southampton. Yeah. Well, looking at Man City, I caught a few parts of the game, but one thing that I can say that has been a trend with Man City is that it's either they'll start the league on fire and then in the mid of the season or end of the season they start losing or getting draws, or they'll start badly and start picking up points as they go. Because remember last season, no one really thought that they were going to win the league because other teams were the ones leading, but they usually have this thing. So I kind of fear for them at the moment because they've been the team on fire. And now I feel it's their time to start dropping points. I mean, as a Man United fan, definitely I want them to start dropping points. So looking at the game with Southampton, I mean, it's one of those things that, any Man United fan or any fan of the EPL would want Man City to start dropping points, unless if you're a Man City fan, because we can't continue seeing them win the league in and out. I mean, we do know that they have the players and they have the coach. They have numerous players that, can get them out of, trouble when they're in trouble. So unlike some of the teams, they do have that with them. So, I do fear for them. Looking at the game in the weekend, they could have even lost, but they managed to get a draw. Like I said, I didn't watch much of the match, but one thing that I can say is that I do fear for them going forward. They might start losing. Like looking at previous seasons, you'd see them playing badly and then they start losing even 2-3 games in a row. Because remember, they still to play Man United for the second leg. Or for the second, they still to play Man United, play Chelsea, play Liverpool. So seeing that they're now starting to drop points against teams like Southampton, I do fear for them. They might still win the league, yes, but if teams like Man United, your Arsenal, your Liverpool, your Chelsea start pulling up, because I mean, you saw what happened to Chelsea. The same thing might happen to them, where they were number one and start dropping points when they get too comfortable. So yeah, let's just wait and see. But the thing is with Man City, their checkbook, they can buy any player that they want. So that's the other thing with them is that already right now they are trying to buy a striker, and this kid everyone was looking to buy, is it Alvarez or something?
Yeah, it's
Most
Alvarez.
people, yeah, we're looking to buy the striker. So now they just lost Torres to Barcelona, and they're out. They are out again looking for another player. So they are always one player away. At times they have all the players that they need in the squad. I mean, they have so much from young players to older, to like very experienced players. When the season started, no one really saw a player like De Bruyne picking up form, but he has now started playing very well, and a player like that can win you a match even when you're playing very badly. So yeah, I just hope they start dropping points. I won't lie to you.
But from a neutral perspective, I'd say that I'd rather have Liverpool get close to them.
Yeah.
Because now, we can't have them winning the league. They'll have an opportunity to focus and be completely. You understand?
Yeah.
So, to make things a little bit interesting, Liverpool and happy, and they'll just be 6 points behind.
Yeah. No, true.
Yeah.
No, like
Celso, are you here?
Sure.
Is he back?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, man. What do you think about the Man City result?
That was great, Manish. I really enjoyed seeing City dropping points. Because as a United fan, you wish for Man City to lose every game if it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially during this time since we lost our greatest manager, so we can't compete with them. So it's best if they win the league.
Yeah, true.
But obviously on Sunday we had a blockbuster with Chelsea versus Tottenham, which did not play.
Yeah.
Obviously, Chelsea played Tottenham four times.
Yeah.
Already. So it was another display again. So Chelsea might just earn that spot after all. Michael might not get
Sure.
So what do you guys think? Did you guys catch the game?
Yeah, I did. I don't know about my cousin there, but I did. I'm sure he did as well. Like I said, we do love football, so we tend to watch almost every game for EPL. So I'm sure he did, because I did as well.
Yeah, sure I did. But man, guys, when it comes to Chelsea, those guys are strong.
Yeah, too much.
Balance. So if we see Chelsea, man, those guys, they can win the league or maybe Champions League. But check the squad, man. They have two good players in each position.
Yeah.
From keeper, right back, right wing back, defense, every position those guys are balanced. So yeah, but at the end of the day, I don't think those guys win the league also.
And I'm sure they're not gonna be happy in such things. But then realistically speaking,
yeah, but I mean, when it comes, yeah. No, I was saying, when it comes to Chelsea, it's one of those things that we don't want to see them win the league as well. Because one thing I've seen with Chelsea is that their fans really start talking too much, because now they start trying to mesh themselves to Man United and saying, no, they've won the Champions League, they've won the league, even though when you're looking at the stats in terms of trophies, they don't really match Man United. So I would rather they continue, dropping points because I mean they were number one. Chelsea were number one, but then they started losing. Now they are number three. So what I'm hoping for is that they can continue losing, and then as they lose, we then win, continue winning our games and get that spot because we can forget. Man United can forget about the league. So if we can just get close to, because if you look at the league right now, Chelsea has I won't lie, like what Celso said, they have proper great players. They can play like the way the squad is structured. They can play any type of tactical formation that they want. It depends on the coach. But like Celso said, they have great players in each position, more than two. You look at what's this center defensive midfield. I think they have about two or three. Man United does not even have a proper CTM, and you can see with how the matches are played. That okay, if there were a team like Chelsea who have at least two or three because of let's say CTMs, we could play let's say a 4-3-3 and we would do great. But with Chelsea, like I mean, they just signed Lukaku. And if you look at it, at times they don't really need Lukaku. With people like Havertz, with people like Ziyech. I mean, everyone was talking badly about Ziyech before he kicked out the injury that he had. Now he's in form. And every time I watch Chelsea, the passes that guy produces, without even me looking at the goal that he scored yesterday, the passes alone. Like, it's those kind of passes that I look at my team and I'm like, if only we had a player that actually focuses and practices those type of passes to give to people like Bruno, for example, if he's up front, like Cristiano, for example, like as selfish as Rashford and Greenwood are, but someone who can give a ball to those players, So players like Ziyech, I mean, they had Kante in the bench, and you saw how much they dominated. Tottenham tried playing, but you can see that they are lacking certain players. I feel like if Tottenham had who's this Son, they would have played a better game than that. Because with Kane, when Kane plays with Son, they play better. And what I saw from Kane yesterday is that he was trying to also assist. Because it's not easy. The one thing I've seen with Kane is that it's not easy to kick him off the ball when he's trying to assist instead of trying to score. He can push the ball, go up front. He does not even need to use so much skill. He can just be strong on the ball. He pushes up front. And if there's someone who is smart enough with the proper movement, Tottenham can actually start winning more games, which I hope they don't, because remember, they are number 7 and they have, I think, 2 games in hand. And again, as a Man United fan, I hope that they lose. I won't lie. Like, you see the game yesterday, I didn't want Chelsea to win, but because they were beating Tottenham, I was like, you know what? I can let that one pass. So it was quite a great game because not like Tottenham were sleeping on the game. They played, but they could not score. They were lacking that extra something that would push them to actually win the game. And with a coach like Conte and him pushing to get players like Traore, for example, I feel like, there'll be a force, because they're trying to get these players right now in Jan. So I feel like there'll be a force so much that they might even get top 4. Because right now, Arsenal and Tottenham are behind and they're coming. So the way Tottenham is playing right now, I won't even lie. I'm fearing when we play them, when Man United has to go and play them, because, it's going to be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll
No,
still
man,
shout
I
them.
hear you. Spurs are a very big threat. I've always said that. Sure, when they got Conte ahead of us, because I was saying, what are we doing? That time, especially when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was, that is a guy that was supposed to be coming in.
Yeah.
But then
Exactly.
The board had other. Basically, I think our board just like they just didn't play. I think they actually thought this guy was gonna pull it off.
Yeah, I think so as well. But hey, when it comes to Man United and their board, it's so rough. If like I even I'm very shocked and I do not understand because it's one of those things when you're owner of a business, you want your business to do good or to do great actually. And I look at other boards like you look at Chelsea, you look at even Tottenham if you want to count them because especially seeing that Conte has come in, he will tell them exactly what he wants, and he's the type of coach who, when you don't give him what he wants, he leaves. That's the same reason he left Chelsea. That's the same reason he left Inter. If you don't give him what he wants, he leaves. And that's the one reason why Man United did not take him because he was free. And he was even saying, I want to join Man United. But they knew that someone like this will be a problem for us because we are really not trying to act as a football club. We're just out there for the money because I can say this as a fan, but you look at certain things that are very simple as a decision. You look at a team that lacks an actual CDM, and you're like, what is short for Man United to actually be up there with your Liverpools, your Chelsea? They're probably one player away, if not two. But the board, because their main focus is not on uplifting Man United as a soccer team or as a football club, it's hard for them to make that decision. And with this guy, Rangnick, who just got in when Ole got sacked, it's like we've heard so much about him. But even with him, if he doesn't get the right place that he needs, because I already have been hearing rumors of the type of CDMs that he's looking for. Someone who is as cheap as 6 million, but Man United are not even willing. Exactly. They are not even willing to take out that money to buy him players. But you look at, like I said, teams like Tottenham, they're out there trying to buy Traore, and we all know what type of a player the guy is. He just needs a coach who will play him all the games and he will dominate. Because when he plays for Wolves, I feel like at times, because of his style of play, they like omitting him and playing other players. But if they get such a player, I mean, imagine a front three of Kane, Son, and Adama Traore. Like already, that's a proper front three that can scare any side that they play against. So with Man United, you look at the board, like I said, other teams and their board, they don't have so much money, but they can do so much with what they have. You look at Man United, if it was a clever, smart board, the 80 million, for example, that they used to buy Maguire, they could have used that to buy more than 3 players, actually. You could have went to buy a center back that is young and upcoming who can do the work, and then go sign a CDM, maybe sign another striker. We could have actually used the 80 million better than we used it. Even the 50 million for who's this Wan-Bissaka. So that's where when when I look at teams like Tottenham and Chelsea that were playing yesterday, I'm like, they have a proper board. Look at Chelsea. Chelsea has so many great players playing for one team, and not even one is complaining. All of them, they know that when I do my job, the coach will play me. You see, even players like Loftus-Cheek. I remember I was speaking to Celso the one time saying, even players like Loftus-Cheek, who were supposed to go on loan again, are actually playing, even playing in Champions League. You look at teams like Man United, we have certain players that are not being used. And it's like, okay, what must happen? Is the board even going to say something so that these players get used? But I guess they also have their favorites. So we won't, like I fear for Man United actually this season. Chelsea and your Tottenham, I think they might form the top 4 if we do not fix our situation.
Yeah, that's so thing. Yeah, to add on what Tim said, we have like great players on the bench. Like Van de Beek. How many times Van de Beek comes as a start there and delivers?
Exactly.
Comes the following week is on the bench. Even Sancho showed that he had good link up play with Cristiano. But if you can check next week, goes back to the bench. They prefer Greenwood and Rashford.
You say true.
Like I said, there was this time when Alex signed Van Persie. And then in this game they were playing against Everton. Then after that came as it was late around 80 minutes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Van Persie didn't receive any ball. Sir Alex Ferguson, after that game, he was angry and furious. He told them that no, we can't have a Van Persie and then no one is supplying him. How can we win the league if we don't supply Van Persie? And the following week,
Exactly.
Van Persie, they were starting passing him and scored. Check now. We need to do the same thing when it comes to CR7. You can't think twice. If you see CR7 on the ball, just give him the ball. He's a good header. Like, he's a complete forward. You pass, you can dribble. If you pass like low balls, you can dribble and score. Through balls, you can score. He has speed. Even long balls, man, that guy is good. So I feel like they need to supply more. Like more crosses, more short passes, through balls.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you can play counter football, it's fine. As long as you benefit CR7, we know you will score and you will win.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, it's best if the coach starts making plans to everything to be involved CR7. Because Real Madrid did the same thing, everything was involved CR7, even Benzema wasn't scoring. But Real Madrid were winning trophies. They won Champions League how many times? So it's best if they start applying like a style of play that involves CR7 more. Because he can deliver. Like you all know, his goal scoring
You see, to add on what Celso said, looking at teams like your Chelsea, your Tottenham, your Liverpool, they have a hierarchy where, you know, it's the coach, it's the players, it's the staff, and the players respect and listen to the coach. With Man United, at times it feels like, I know we're talking about Man United a lot, but it's just a point that I wanted to point out. At times it seems like the players themselves, certain players, are bigger than the coach. Whatever decision that the coach will come and make or say we're playing like this, because there is no way a coach will let players like Rashford and Greenwood go there and all the time when they're supposed to pass or cross, they are looking to cut in and shoot. Because that's what we always see. Right now, you're just speaking. What's this? It's three Man United fans who are saying the same thing. If you look at in the whole world, I'm pretty sure there's more who are completely seeing the same thing. So there is no way a coach who has certificates, who coaches the players, I'm sure he tells them something different in training. But when it comes to to the actual game, they do their own because they want to shine. So the thing is, from what he was saying, so when Cristiano was playing for Madrid, they created a team and built a team around him. Not that the other players were not playing. Benzema will still score, Benzema will still assist. But because they knew that Cristiano is a lethal striker, he can score you more goals than everyone else. Build a team around him that will get the balls to him, and then you win. Even Benzema said this himself. I think I saw some quotes last week where he said when Cristiano was playing for Man United, he had to play a different way, where he assisted more because Cristiano was better than him. So if a player like Cristiano can score a hat-trick in 3 games, there's no other reason but not to try get the ball to him. Because it's like you want to win, let the team play as a team. You can say Cristiano is this or that because you know the debate. Cristiano is this or that, but at the end of the day, you must give him his flowers that he's actually a great player, a great scorer, you know. And if you build a team around him and you get the middle field, you get the other forward players being maybe wingers to get the ball to him, cross the ball better. Because I don't remember seeing Cristiano score a header. And when I say header, you know this guy can jump higher than most players, but I don't remember a cross that came nicely and he jumps and scores. It's like at times they don't even want to get the ball to him. So yeah.
No, but you know, I feel this your sentiment. I think it's the way we keep the team at first, because you know your is not crossing the ball.
Yeah.
And you knew when Basaka was kind of afraid of going forward. He wasn't really that good on you understand? So
yeah, true.
Right now that Ralph since he came in, like we play with fullbacks that actually go forward and who can cross.
Yeah, true.
You know, so I feel like as time goes by, I think we will start crossing the ball more to Cristiano, because they tell us and they know do.
True.
Yeah, so
when it comes to
I'm not worried, but I'm somewhat worried.
Yeah.
Oh, Celso, you want to add something?
Yeah, when it comes to Wan-Bissaka, bro, you can still adapt. It's the easiest. You can still try to do more crosses because he's still young. And you just need to add on what he has. Because when it comes to 1v1, you can't pass one. As Sterling, he knows. So yeah, you just need to adapt the game, and then he will be one of the best wing back.
Nah, true.
All right, man. Obviously, the last game we'll cover in the Premier League is one against. In fact, it's Arsenal versus Burnley. Good result for us, but bad for Arsenal, man.
Yeah, I didn't actually catch the game, but I was happy with the results because, like I said, Tottenham and Arsenal are behind us, and it's one of those. I think. Do we have a game in hand? No, I think. Oh, it's West Ham.
No, Arsenal
I think
is the one that has a hand on us. Yeah.
And Spurs also.
And Spurs, yeah. So with that result, I'm just hoping that they can continue playing like this. Even if they don't lose, maybe a draw, and we continue winning and cover. Because looking at how things are right now, I feel like we would risk losing a lot of players if we don't get into the Champions League. Man United. So I mean, with Arsenal, I feel like they're used to not being in the Champions League or the Europa now. So they can just continue like that,
Yeah.
I know I'm being rough as a Man United fan, but so I feel like if they continue playing like this, but now the other problem is that Arsenal is trying to add players, and if they happen to add better players right now in Jan, those players will help them with their push towards top 4. So yeah. Hopefully you guys will tell me more about the game. I didn't quite catch the game. Yeah. Hopefully you tell me more about the game because I didn't quite catch it.
Well, there was a lot of chances created. It's just Lacazette. I think it's not just explanation. Yeah. There's the strike force is right now.
Yeah,
they do have good ball players in midfield, and on the wings, but when it comes to the final third, I think they just left. I think that's why they think
I think they want to.
What's his name again? It's Vlahovic.
Yeah. Well, they want to buy a striker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vlahovic from Fiorentina is actually good.
Yeah.
So they looking at him. I think see how that progresses.
Yeah, but you know what, man? You can't buy a player during second round because the price is so high. And then they will expect him to leave, and then if he leaves, and then they're gonna upload him into.
Yeah,
so it's best they do a pre-signing, and then after the transfer, after the second round season, and then you can start like they need to via pre-season games. Because right now, man, I think there will be a lot of pressure. Maybe they will expect him to push Arsenal to go to Champions League. So maybe there will be a lot of pressure. And end up being a flop.
Yeah, but to be honest, what if the same thing didn't happen with Bruno? Because remember, Bruno came in Jan.
Yeah.
And when he came, he pushed Man United towards qualifying for the Champions League. So he could be that for Arsenal. That's why when I'm saying I'm very afraid of Man United not making any signing that they need, and then our opposition teams make those signings, because I feel like they'll have more firepower. Already, Tina, we are short when it comes to center defensive midfield. So if they make that signing of a striker, they are lacking in front because they are still fighting with their captain because they don't want to let him play. All the issues that are happening. So if they add a striker, I feel like they are done.
Yeah. I think if they can get a striker, they would make top four. To be honest.
Yeah.
It's very scary to suggest that because I don't want Arsenal anywhere. It means that the rest of us are playing in the Europa League.
You see, hey.
But we'll see, chance. But I don't think Arsenal, if they get that player, maybe that player can leave. Because man, when it comes second round, there's a lot of issues. Okay, it seems that we're fortunate enough to get Bruno and Jen and then deliver. But some players are different. Some players need time. Like look at Timo Werner now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he's not scoring. He's not scoring like he was scoring in Germany. Because moving from Italy to Premier League, it's a different environment and different ball game. Premier League is so physical.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of players when they come to Premier League comes more difficult to adapt than a player if you sign from a Premier League. So if Arsenal, let's say they want to sign Harry Kane, it'll be much easier because Harry Kane is used to playing those teams in Premier League. So you'll just get that missing piece. But they won't get Harry Kane. It's not in London Derby. Rivals.
The last time I checked, last time I checked, Arsenal were also trying to sign Greenwood. There was a few months ago or a month ago, I was hearing rumors of Arsenal trying to sign a Greenwood. I was like, are they insane? Where are you taking Greenwood?
I must go, man. Greenwood, I don't like that one.
Not to Arsenal.
Not to Arsenal. No.
No, we sold Welbeck with Arsenal. Nothing happened.
Not to Arsenal because I feel like Greenwood with Arsenal, who'll be the main striker, all the balls. He won't need to be a winger anymore because for Man United, he's playing as a winger. For Arsenal, we play as a main striker, and he will score a lot of goals. Because right now, I feel like with Man United, they should try use him as probably maybe a second striker, maybe with Cristiano. Then you'll start, instead of trying to force him to be a winger. Because the issue is that it's not forcing per se. It is forcing, but it's not. Because as a player, you're supposed to have more skills than just trying to score. You should be able to also assist. I mean, when we look at when was it when Man United were playing, we saw Cristiano. We know he's a great scorer, but we also know when he decides, he can assist the ball. And we saw him trying to assist Rashford. But Rashford, because he's just trash. Because I loved Rashford when he started playing. Like when he started playing, I loved Rashford because he was a young player who I had hopes for to improve going forward. But then as he started playing more, he became selfish. Every time he has the ball, even if he's closer to the center line, he's thinking about shooting. And it's like, how do you always think about shooting? You're a winger. Take the ball, cut and pass, or take the ball, cross.
Yeah,
so Greenwood to Arsenal, I'm not even trying to see that because I feel like we are going to be crying as Man United fans saying we should have kept him.
To add, Arsenal. I don't think they can win anything as long as they've done it. That guy, man, is a minus one, not a plus one. That guy can get a red card. Like, how can you get a red card? After 2 games, you're getting a red card.
Yeah.
You play against Liverpool, you get a red card. The serious game, the semi-final game. And then come following week, and then Arteta will place him in the starting lineup. So Arsenal maybe those senior players who are not leading by example, maybe they can be the top 4. But as long as they have Granit Xhaka, I don't think they can. There was this time they were leading 1-0 against Man City. Granit Xhaka changed the game, Man City won. It's not a leader, man. They must chop him more.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, guys. No, I hear your point. Obviously now, continued with the Premier League. I want to move on to the La Liga now. So yeah, Saturday, Atletico played our next opposition in the Champions League. So yeah, man, they came back from down. I was watching the game in the first half.
I didn't hear you. You said which team?
Counter attacks. I've noticed nowadays. I don't know why. But if you hit them on the break, they can't handle.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. Like second half, we only added another midfielder, and then somewhat secured. They made sure control. Valencia was overpowering them in the midfield. They managed to get 3 goals, and they won the game. So what do you guys think about them? Because at the end of the day, we have to discuss today.
I didn't quite hear you there. Which team are you asking about?
Oh, Atletico Madrid. Because
Oh, La Liga, yeah.
La Liga now.
Oh, okay. With Atletico, ne? They are always the team. I think most of us we know Vele. They're always the team. If Barcelona or let's say Real Madrid are failing to be the leaders in the league, they're usually the ones who lead. So with this season, it's quite interesting that Sevilla is the one that is pushing Real Madrid. So with Atletico, but I still feel they still have a lot to do in the league because you know what type of a team they are. With the coach that they have, they'll always do something. You can't play them off and say they won't be playing or doing more in the league. You know how they might even end up being number 2 or end up even being number 1 because with Madrid, they got a draw against a team that no one would have thought would have gotten a draw against. So Atletico, they always have that firepower. The players that they have, your Felix, your Suarez, those type of players and the type of defensive type of football that who's this there? Simeone plays. They're always strong. And they talking about Atletico, I'm actually afraid, 50% afraid for Champions League when we play them. Because they are that type of a team, you know them. So because I remember what they did. Was it to Liverpool? What they did when I think it was against Liverpool. When they came back, even is it Llorente scored a long range and Liverpool, I think they lost two or three, I don't remember, just not sure, but they are that type of a team. When they decide to stop defending too much, they can hit you. So that's what makes it easy for them to even come back if you're not able to play against them. They can defend, but when they decide that they want to hit you, they will hit you hard.
No, very true, man. And what scares me is like the experience in the Champions League. You know how to get over the line. Simeone over 2 legs is a problem.
Yeah, true.
But luckily, I think I heard that what you call it, the goals away has been eradicated. It's no longer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's gonna make now. It's when you win.
Yeah. No, true. No, I hopefully it does work like that because Atletico, ne?
Yeah. Celso, are you still here, man?
Or maybe his network is giving him trouble.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, network
issues on my side.
Okay. Yeah, man. Obviously, of course, in the La Liga table. they 10 points behind Sevilla. With the game in hand. Obviously, okay. The next game, we can look at it. I think it was on Sunday. Yesterday. It was Barcelona versus.
Oh yeah, the 1-0 win.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the game, but I did check out the results though. You know, with Barcelona, I feel like since Jose Xavi has come back to Barcelona now as a coach, I think he's adding some sort of stability because I remember how they were playing. Even the people who actually watch Barcelona would not watch Barcelona anymore. But now they have a sense of stability with the way he's trying to make them play, with the players that he's playing. He is adding some sort of stability. And if they can they've already gotten a striker now, Torres. So I feel like that was what was short because obviously they lost Aguero. So now that, now that they have Torres, who we saw in England, if you've played in England as a striker and you get a chance to then go and play in La Liga, I feel like you are better fitted to even play in La Liga because already you played in a very heavy league that requires you to be strong. So by the time you then go and play for teams like Barcelona or whatever in La Liga, I feel like he'll do great. So like I'm saying, I feel like Xavi got what was missing for his team, a striker, and well, the Messi would always be a missing player for Barcelona because they've played a team that was focused on him so much that when they had to play without Messi, everything started falling apart. So now I feel like with what Xavi is doing, the team is not focused on just one player. They have a lot of great players. And if they can just put off all of those great players, they'll start performing. Dembele is still there. Even though there's troubles with him trying to leave or not, there's still that kid. Forgot his name, man. That kid. I think he's number 10 now. That kid. Forgot what his name going. Who?
Ansu Fati.
Yes. That kid, he's quite a player. So imagine players like Fati, players like De Jong, players like they actually have a young squad to try and repeat what Pep did with Barcelona around Messi's time when he started playing. Because they have a few experienced players, but then they also have young players, a lot of young players. So they can start doing what they did back then by getting all of those young players and then build the team around them. Because like I said already, a lot of players there have a chance to actually push. Maybe this season we won't count them, but next season they might get top 4. I don't know. But looking at Barcelona and how La Liga usually is, I think they will get top 4 because they have a lot of great players. Other teams lack in that department in terms of players in La Liga. So I feel like as the league progresses, they do have a chance to get in the top 4. Yeah.
All right. No, Celso, can I add on to that?
Sure. Yeah, you know what, man? When it comes to young becomes a problem because they don't become disciplined in big games. So I feel like that would be an issue. I still remember when Arsenal, the time Arsenal came out, was introducing a lot of youngsters. They couldn't win anything because of experience. When it comes to big games like semi-finals, those big games in Champions League, they won't be able to maintain. So I feel like the disadvantage when it comes to Barcelona right now is they don't have experience to guide those. I don't think PK is that experienced enough. PK is huge. So if you can check Real Madrid is very balanced because they have experienced strikers, experienced players with Modric. They've introduced that young kid from Angola, Cavaminga, and they also have this Vinicius.
Yeah.
And they also throw Zico. So it's quite balanced when it comes to Real Madrid. Like there's a little bit of young stars, senior players, and then those middle age players. So that's why they make Madrid much stronger because the squad is very balanced with age, experience.
Yeah.
But with Barca, I mean, I think Xavi is getting a lot of young stars.
Mm.
He's not getting a lot of experience players to guide them.
But at least Barca somehow is trying to add the experience in players that no one would have thought they would add. I mean, they brought back Dani Alves, and apparently they're trying to bring Oscar. Remember Oscar used to play for Chelsea?
Yeah. I saw it.
Yeah, I read something that they're trying to bring him, and I was like, okay, that is something. But I was shocked because, like, how Oscar left and went to play in China. Why would you bring a player like that? I mean, we know he used to be a great player, but I'm shocked. This one, I'm like, I don't know what's really happening with Barcelona. It's like they're trying to buy experience, but they're buying the wrong players. But who knows? Maybe we'll do great.
You never know, man. I think they're also because of the budget. It's so they're trying to look like bargains.
Oh yeah.
That's what's affecting the way they approach the market.
Okay, but do you guys see Barca affording because Oscar the main reason went to China because of the man. So do you think Barca can afford him?
He said, you know what Oscar said? Oscar said, he's willing to take a youth cut.
Okay, he's winning then.
Yeah, so I think that's what we're going for. Who are willing. Obviously, like play. Yeah, man. Obviously, the next game with Real Madrid. We drew.
You mean what? Real Madrid?
Yeah, Real Madrid. They're playing.
Yeah. Well, hey, yeah. You see, when it comes to Real Madrid, it was quite good. I did catch the game. It was one of those things. I was hoping for them to win, seeing that Sevilla dropped points. So I was sitting there thinking, you should win. And then when Elche started scoring, it was 1, then 2. I was like, hey, wait a minute now. What are you guys doing? But then they do have enough firepower to actually come back, and we did see. I mean, they have so many players, so many great players. In the sense, I don't know how many players they have. They have Valverde, they have Cruz, they have Modric, they have Camavinga, they have Asensio can also play there, Isco can also play there. Like they have so many great players. So it's not a shock that they are leading the league, because with Madrid, they are always able to quickly turn it around even when things are bad. They were in the same category as Barcelona when the season was starting, but because they had so many young good players that they had, it was easy for them to turn it around. Just get an experienced coach, get 1 or 2 experienced players, like they got who's this Alaba, and who else did they get? Like they added they lost experienced players, but then they lost Varane, Sergio Ramos, but then already they had backups. I mean, when you have players like Militao, Nacho, I mean, Nacho is an all-rounder. When you have that guy, he can play almost everywhere. I'm pretty sure the only position is left to play now is striker. But when you have a player like that who can play in center back, play right back, left back, and he plays great for all those, you can do good. So now, I'm hoping that they continue playing good so that, they can actually win the league, because I really don't want to see Sevilla win the league. I mean, you've seen dominance of 3 teams, and as much as La Liga has been playing for that, for few teams dominating, I wouldn't want to see Sevilla win it. So the game was quite a great game, because Real Madrid should have actually won that game easy. when they were attacking, even in the first half, they should have scored maybe close to 3, if not 4 goals. But the LJ goalkeeper was on fire. Like every chance they had trying to score, they couldn't score. And then Benzema missed a penalty. So it was like, what must happen now? You missed a penalty, they score you, you get injured. Now Modric is the one who took the penalty. Then they came back 2-1, got the last goal, 2-2. So with Real Madrid have a lot of great players. Hazard is now picking up form.
Yeah.
Bale is back in the bench. Like they have so many great players. It's just up to them and up to the coach to just, fill the team that he feels can win. I feel like all the players they have, even in the bench or reserves, they have great players to win the league.
Perfect. Celso, I know you hate Real Madrid, by the way.
I do, man. I do.
So how you feeling about the season?
Okay, for me, man, since Barca told me, I started losing interest when it comes to
I thought as much.
And man, Barcelona right now, man, is the next up. As much as teams want Madrid to win the league, I want Sevilla to win the league.
Wow. I was at Atletico. You want Sevilla to win the league? I was at Atletico at least.
Atletico can also too, so it's best if Sevilla wins. I don't know any fan who supports Sevilla.
No, what a way to say face.
But if Madrid wins, they do deserve to win them because it's no playing winning a league when it's a difficult thing because you need to maintain for the whole season, big competition. So if they win, they get to become champion.
No, but otherwise, guys, that wraps it up for La Liga. Obviously, Real Madrid still on top. And the final top 4 position is occupied by Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
So, hey, guys need to do something there. Otherwise, Europa League.
Otherwise, Europa. Again.
Oh yeah, man. The last league I think we'll just cover up is the Serie A.
Yeah.
Obviously there was a huge game yesterday between Milan and China.
Which game?
AC Milan and Juventus.
Oh yeah, the draw.
Yeah, they drew 0-0.
Well, because I'm a fan of Mourinho, that was a great result. I hope that. No, because I'm a Mourinho fan. No matter what people say, I think what he's trying to do with Roma is actually good. So if he can just continue drilling these players to defend better, then I feel like your AC Milan. I mean, AC Milan was number 1, so they started. I kind of knew that because with this Italian teams, one thing that usually catches up with them is the age difference of their players. Most of their players are old, so by the time they reach, let's say, mid-season, they're tired. That's why it's always good. You see what Conte did with Inter Milan by going to sign a lot of English players. He was able to counter that tiredness that Italian players usually, pass through. Because English teams, they can run. Even when it's December holidays, they playing,
Yeah.
So what Mourinho did by bringing players like, who's this kid, the one from Chelsea? Just forgot his name now. The one playing as a striker for Roma.
Abraham.
Yes. So with players like that, yeah, man, because when I look at the Serie A, it's good that they got the draw. I'm a Cristiano fan, right? So Juventus used to be a team that I liked from far. But I just didn't like how now they were blaming one player for their failures, when he was playing there. So it was that thing of, you know what? I don't care if you start losing or start underperforming because you can't be playing. I mean, you can see now Cristiano hasn't been playing for Juventus and they are lacking. Yeah, sometimes they do try play better games, but they are lacking, and that's why they're in the position that they are in now. And if things continue like this, they might end up not even getting top four. And when it comes to AC Milan, they do have the firepower. I mean, you even see the old man there. Hey, he's raising his game again. I saw one goal that he scored, I think 2 weeks back, if not 3. It was like his type of goals, bicycle kick type goal. So yeah, and this is an example that I can use when I look at AC Milan. Ibrahimovic is now older, reaching 40, but because a team that is selected is sort of built around him, where they're like, we know he's strong enough to hold the ball for us. He's strong enough to head the ball. So everything that goes forward, they know that if you ping the ball to him or through pass, he'll hold the ball for you. He's able to hold the ball, pass it back. And that's the same thing like we were saying about, Man United. That's a clear example of what they need to do. Use the same tactic of building a team around him. Because, you saw when Martial, for example, I know we're talking about Serie A, but it's just an example I want to point out. When Martial came in, they were now able to play those 1-2 touches because Cristiano is that type of a player. Martial is also that type of a player. And if you put those two players together, it's easy to get through a team. And that's how Ibrahimovic plays as well. When I see him play, he no longer runs like crazy. He's able to hold the ball, runs when he's supposed to run. And then when you want to play 1-2 passes, he'll lay the ball back to you. And as he lays the ball back to you, you quickly move forward. It's easy to beat a team because they're expecting a very slow play type of play. But when you have a player like, let's say, Ibrahimovic, like Cristiano, who is able to read the game and is able to move quickly and pass the ball quickly, it's easy, So I see AC Milan, I won't lie to you, I see AC Milan winning the league. If they get back to the form that they had, I see them winning the league. So let's see, because I mean, Inter is also now coming back and raising it, but they lost quite a number of great players that I feel will help them as the league continues. I mean, they lost Lukaku. They also lost this kid who's now playing for PSG, Hakimi.
Yeah.
Those were players for Inter that were pushing, for Inter. So now that they're gone, I feel like they'll start to. So I feel AC Milan has enough to actually, win because they have quite a mix of old players and young players. Your Hernandez, those are young players. Your Diaz, the one from Madrid, those are quality young players who are actually raising it when it comes to La Liga, Serie A. So I feel, we might see AC Milan actually winning the league. Juventus must just stay there and play Europa because they are very disrespectful. So, yeah.
All right. Now, I hear you on that. Celso, what do you think?
Okay, firstly, I think my cousin is being biased. For me, man, I think when it comes to Serie A, I'm just happy because Mourinho failed a lot in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Tottenham, United, Chelsea. So it's good to see him winning, changing Roma, becoming a good team now. And the style of play is different. I used to pack the pass a lot, but now he's more attacking now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when it comes to Juve, man, I just didn't want to say, I just want them to know because it was boring seeing a team winning a league like 7 years in a row. It becomes boring. That's buying.
Yeah.
And Inter Milan and AC, I just prefer AC Milan to win the league because Zlatan deserves to win the league.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. As loud as the old man is, but I would love to see him win the league again because we must all agree that he is a great player. even though he has never won a Champions League, but he's a great player.
Surely. And funny, you can see, like, even you can check his comment. He's a funny guy.
His quotes are tending to memes these days.
Yay.
So, guys, Italian Serie is actually it's very tight, especially for that top four. That
killer
one.
Yeah. No, it is very tight, yeah.
No one wants to play Europa. I mean, even Roma's fighting. You know. So the top four is Inter, Napoli, AC Milan, and Atalanta.
Yeah, you see, that's
Atalanta actually has a game in hand on top of that. So
yeah, you see, Atalanta. I won't lie to you. When I started watching Serie A again, I was quite very shocked and surprised by how Atalanta plays. So I wouldn't mind them winning the league. Like the way they've played the past 2-3 seasons, I feel like they do deserve something to get a league or some sort of a cup. So the way they play, I wouldn't mind all the top dogs not winning anything, like in terms of the league, and Atalanta or Napoli wins the league.
Yeah. And your team that you think will win the league. Inter Milan on top, and they've won their game. And they also have a game.
Wow.
So it could be. It's gonna be AC Milan sort of thing for the league. I think that's what I.
Yeah.
So I know, man. No,
So
otherwise, guys.
Yeah.
No, man. It was great having you guys. We even passed our time.
Nah, it means that it means that in the future we might end up doing longer shows now, because it seems we have quite a lot to speak about when it comes to soccer and football really overall.
Now I think we're gonna end up doing a 2-hour show at this point.
Yeah. Nah, thanks for hosting us, Doc. Thanks for hosting us. It was quite a interesting, podcast. I feel like we can continue just having more fun doing it. It's just it's one of those things. We usually speak about football when we're chilling as guys, and now deciding to have it in such a platform, it's the same as just chilling with the guys and speaking football. So thanks for hosting us, man.
No, anytime, man. Hopefully next week, you guys will be available again, and we will chat.
No, we will. This is the 1st of May now. We will.
Yeah, because you know what? Because when it comes to United, we stay far from each other, man. But every time when Rashford and Greenwood flops, we send each other PNs, man. You see this guy when he's talking, and then see him now, you're gonna send a 3-minute voice note. I have to listen.
You see, because that's
it's
us.
quite good. So at least now we have this platform we can share our feelings.
Yeah. Now, true.
And I think we should have sort of like a red talk sort of thing, like a podcast really surrounding Man United. Our problems to just discuss them like over a few minutes.
Yeah.
At least if we can do something called men talk maybe or something like that.
Yeah. No, I think we can do something like that. I mean, we have all the time in the world, especially with how things are going right now. So yeah, I feel like, as much as we're watching football, we'll always have something to speak about football every week, every weekend. So yeah, this platform, it's great for that.
Yeah. No, sure. Thanks again.
I also need to fix my network issues.
We need to fix the echo thing. I don't know what's causing this thing. But
is it
look into it.
Is it also echoing on mine?
Yeah, like when I say something on yours, and then
yeah. No,
Yeah,
maybe
it
it
says
could
yeah,
be.
Okay, understand.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe we should, I don't know, maybe trying to use earphones because I saw when I was plugging in to join the stream, they said to avoid echoes, use earphones. So maybe that could help for our next thing here, podcast. Maybe that would help to limit the echoes, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, no problem, gents. I enjoyed the talk. It's been a while since I could sit down with the lads and
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
football. Yeah.
Nah, true. Nah, true, dog.
Yeah, we're
Nah, we
catching
should
up.
do more
We're
of it.
catching
No
up.
lie, yeah.
No, guys. Otherwise, take care, and we'll be back again.
Ah, ouais. Now have a good one, my dog, and have a good one as well, Celso. And yeah, we'll meet again, speak more football. Nah, it was fun, guys. It was fun.
You sure, cuz.
All right.
See you
Ah,
now.
ouais.
See you now.
Sharp, guys.
Sure.
And there was the Little Football TV, and we are signing out. And I hope you guys enjoyed that podcast.
Be back after 12 years.
Good game, man. Really good game.
Like I said to Martinelli.
Hello, Antonio. Nice to see you again.
Hello, good afternoon.
It's gone through Laporte. Rodri!
Dieser Lewandowski-Auftritt sorgt für Wirbel.
Looks like you lost another